And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings that they kind of...
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a nice kick there as they're able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages, blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
On first down, Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Now a first down carry by Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes that's a danger putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You can wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 14, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
And, a dangerous throw there. Nearly intercepted on the sideline, but it's incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Play action. It's Burrow. Flush to his right. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They'll run on first down. Jones. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word. But if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop, because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Hard throw, incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've been off to the races already. A 17-0 lead. Now a chance for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Burrow looking to pass. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter Kevin Huber to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
He's got his man. That's Sample, the tight end. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 17-0 our score after 1. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. Now Burrow. The quick slant caught. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
McPherson's kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Jones, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers get a score closer. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. Open man is Uzomah. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
He's got a man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now Bengals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to go for a big play downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 for Bengals TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to put...
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout. Losing 2 yards gains that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, I think it's back to the drawing board, or should I say in today's game, the Surface tablet after this drive. 3 plays, they go backwards. They will have liked to have gotten something going right there, but they'll have to punt the football away to end this one.
On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On now is the Packers punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Powering his way forward. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
McPherson's kick is good.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Mixon with a first down carry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now Joe Mixon. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Eluding the pressure right.
There's the rookie from LSU. It's Jamar Chase.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 39. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Burrow, he'll air this one out for Boyd.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 34. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now it's Burrow.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. T. Higgins.
His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will extend this big lead.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Touchdown, Packers! Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Burrow will throw.
This goes out wide from Nixon.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow.
Quick slant caught by Chase.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now it's Burrow. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward. Now Burrow on 1st down.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Eric Stokes.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Rodgers now to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage. To throw again on second down. Rodgers to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 42. They have certainly looked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down. Looking deep for Adams. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He's going to let it go again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Packers get a score closer. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2 that keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Rodgers going to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And again, it's Rodgers. It's caught at the 1. And it's a Packers touchdown. Davante Adams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit.
So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
On first down, Mixon. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Brings up 2nd and 2. Here we go. Ready?
From the gun to give to Mixon. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Flushed out right. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They give it off here to the tight end.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. Able to slither by. Sheds off the tackle. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie Eric Stokes.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Rodgers to throw.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 37. Back to throw, Rodgers.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
At the Bengals' 27-yard line.
To throw is Rodgers. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. Flush to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
No time on the clock. Are we going to overtime, or does it end right here? One final try now for Rodgers. I think we just witnessed the ultimate head-scratching moment. All they needed was an extra point to win. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. And he's got some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. The give is to Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A give to Jones. And some room to work. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 36 yards on the play.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. He gets this down to the 3. Brought the power run out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Another chance to maybe end it right here. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans streaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So for the Packers, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they drop below 500.